welcome to Bro Billionaire. So in this video, we'll discuss about Nifty's levels for next week and next session as well. We'll do first analysis with price action indicators and then we'll check the Elliott Wave. So first, let's check the price action analysis. So here we can see that the price is now trading below short-term moving averages 13 EMA and 48 EMA, right? So this is a bearish signal. Along with that, Aron indicator is still in the bearish zone. It is going now to the sideways at least, right? So at least when the red line goes below 50, we can consider that the market is going to go sideways. So if this red line starts to go up and moves above 70, then it will be extreme bearish signal for the Nifty. But as of now, it is trading just near the just between 48 EMA and 100 EMA. That's what we can see here. RSI is now below 50, so it's again bearish signal. So here in last two sessions, if you see here it was green candle and then there is a inside bar candle, right? So we can say here that Nifty has halted the fall, right? With inside bar. This may not be a perfect inside bar, but that depends on what happens in the next session. So here we see at least you could say inverse hammer, right? So here at least it is formed within the previous candle's body. Let's check if it's a previous candle's body or so close is 19,624. So this one closed is 19,542. So 19,624 close and here 542. So it's not perfect inside bar, but so if it breaks this low again, it will dip downside towards 100 EMA at least, right? So which is coming around 19,324. So at least first target will be the gap here, right? So here also there is a support we can see here. So let's mark that level as well with the line, horizontal line. So this is the horizontal line. If you can see here, we have a lot of supports around this, right? 19,450, right? So around that Nifty could first come. So we can expect it to go like this, breaking the low, and then it might bounce, right? That's possibilities there. And only when it breaks this low of 19,333, we would assume that the Nifty is going to drop furthermore towards 200 EMA, which is at 18,850 something, right? So around 18,850, it can dip on the downside. Most likely it will further go up, further go down few more points after breaking the 100 EMA, or you could say after breaking 18,333. So the both conditions are open. So if Nifty opens, let's say small gap down, but takes support here and again fills the gap, right? So if it again fills this gap, or we can also wait for break of this previous day's high, okay, then we can consider that Nifty is going to pull back. It will go towards this swing, it will give pullback and then continue move higher, right? So also here I'm giving analysis based on Elliott Wave as well, right? So let's check the Elliott Wave and try to understand what is happening. So as per this chart, we can say that here there is support 450. That is also broken. It can slip downside, and if it breaks 19,333, we will have a deeper drop on the downside. So be ready for that, right? But we don't expect it to be very big. 18,800 to 500 zones possible on the downside. So let's check Elliott Wave and understand what is happening. In last week, we checked Elliott Wave and we discussed this chart, right? So this is the chart where we mentioned that Nifty is trading in ABC structures. So here also ABC move on the downside is possible as a zigzag, and it can head towards to 18,500 to 120 zones as per the Fibonacci extension, as per the Fibonacci retracement. So we have plotted Fibonacci between these points. Okay, we consider this as a wave, this as a B wave, this as C wave. Here also we considered A, B, and C wave. Based on this structure, we labeled these as ABC, right? So yeah, this can be wrong as well, but we can't be wrong until this high is broken, right? All-time high of 20,200 something is the high. If it's not broken, this chart is still valid. And yeah, the confirmation will be 19,333 break that we will slip on the downside. So around 1,000 points downside is possible if it breaks that. Apart from that, we discussed this chart as well last week. We mentioned that Nifty, if breaks, if it opens here, we can go up towards 20 and then drop, right? So that's the thing that we discussed. But unfortunately, Nifty gave a red candle opening here. It opened just about this and then started to drop, eventually broken this and continued the dip on the downside. So now we have to consider, like we considered this price action, let's say here there was a trend line, right? The price broken above below this channel and then continue the dip. So this way also one can trade. Maybe if you have traded well and good, if you didn't, the stop loss would have been hit, right? So that's the part of the game. We have to stay in the game and we have to try to capture the bigger move. If you consider the move is going against you, immediately press the exit button, right? So that's the idea. So now the chart that I'm presenting you for this week is like this, right? The only case that I have to discuss here is more complex correction. And you already know what happens if 19,333 gets broken. We have to be ready. We will follow this chart and we will follow this move and on the downside positionally. So now the alternate case that we want to discuss, let's say if it takes support near 19,446, which is also a gap support, or on this day Nifty closed green, okay, and then the next day gap up happened. So gap is this support here. So I'm considering this as a complex correction, okay. So if you check here, this has been labeled as W wave and X wave is flat correction, where A, B just broken the high of the previous move, right? And then the C wave started. We can label this as X wave, and then we will have A, B, C wave going on upside. So now here A wave will go at least towards this, break this swing, right? Then give a pullback, maybe a deeper pullback possible, and then the C wave will break this high of 19,850. Maybe will make high between 19,880 to 20,000, right? Around 100 points range it can make high and then start the correction. So why I'm labeling this as a corrective wave and I'm considering this as a down move, because here you see the structure is not clear here. When you check the Sensex chart, you might also label them. You might label these move, let's say of Nifty as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 here, and wave 4 and wave 5 here, because it has made new high just above this third, right? This is what you can think, but this looks to be very wrong because the pullback here, it completed in a single candle, right? The drop it completed in single candle and then continued to move. But this is not the case when you check Nifty's future chart. So if you go and check Nifty's future chart, so this is how it looks, right? So I was having more confidence when I checked this chart of Nifty futures. Here it's clearly seen that this looks to be a triangle in a B wave and wave C headed higher. Even here you can see it didn't made the fresh high above this top of this W. So this is not a 5-wave structure here. Same thing with Sensex. Sensex also did not made a new high, right? So this is the high of Sensex, right? So this is the high. So if you see here clearly, it didn't break that high. So this is a 3-wave move. Okay. So this is a 3-wave move, A, B, C, zigzag maybe. So either the fresh drop has started, or it might consolidate, making another up move and then start a larger correction. So now I'm in more favor of a drop on the downside than considering an up move, and I don't want to consider anything before break of this. So let's, if it has to go up, let it go up like this, and then we'll get opportunity here on the pullback, right? Or on the break of this as well, right? So on the break of this, we will have a sharper move on the upside. So I want to wait for that, but most likely it's going to dip on the downside as per this chart, right? So hope you understand the Nifty's move that we are considering positionally for next week and for next session as well. So idea is simple. If it opens small gap down below previous candles, right? Previous day's low, that is 19,518 something or 512. If it opens gap down, I would consider this as end of wave C. Okay, so one can label this wave differently. One can also label this as a complex correction, W, then X, right? X completed here, and maybe A, B, and C, right? So that is also possible. That's okay. What we want to what we want to understand with the Elliott wave here is what is the direction, what is going to be the direction of the market, right? So here there is support 19,440, and we will have ABC pullback. A wave should go towards this, towards this, and this A wave could also become a complex correction like this. It can go, but yeah, that's up to you to trade. What I will do is I will just use 13 EMA. If the price breaks above 13 EMA and sustains above that, I will look for long opportunity on the next session, right? So that's the idea. So I will go with this chart, right? And try to consider that if the price sustains above 15 moving average, let's say to open the gap down, okay, this moving average comes like this, and then the price goes up above this 13 EMA, right, and pulls back, I will look for buy entry here. I will look for Marubozu candle. If the Marubozu is formed on this 13 EMA, near this 13 EMA on 15-minute chart, I will enter this as a stop loss, and I will enter above this as well, or even I'll do aggressive entry after the candle close. I will enter, I will put this as a stop loss. But anyway, one can also move, one can also enter like this when it makes a kind of double bottom pattern, and like the price, the moving average will support it like this, moving average will come here, you have this a structure like this, right? So it's a kind of structure, so where you can also buy here, right? So this is your A wave going towards this particular swing, right? The price at that point will also come out channel, and then that is our entry point for riding A wave. Then after coming to this resistance zone, I will look for exiting half or even complete position that I have taken, maybe in a call option or future, whatever. And then for pullback, I won't ride this B wave. I don't want to trade this B wave. It can become a complex structure, or it can become anything. And then I would like to look for C waves opportunity. It can be like this 1212. I would enter on break of this high, right? So that will be my C wave, and that I want to ride for 20,000. So if this is the structure that is going to happen, then it's well and good. If it breaks this 19,333, done for. We are done for. We are going 1,000 points down. That's what I'm assuming. 800 to 1,000 points on downside possible. So hope you like the analysis. If you have any doubts, ask in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead and next week. See you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.